plotting fractions on a number line. All right, so fractions, I know that's everybody's favorite thing to do, are fractions. Fractions are not as scary as everybody seems to think. For whatever reason, we see 7/10 and we just don't like it. We immediately stop. Or 1 4/5, especially if we see it in a math problem. We go, oh no, I don't want to touch that. It's a fraction. Fractions are just pieces of numbers. So remember, the bottom part tells you how many you can have, and the top tells you how many you do have. So if I have a pie here, and I'm going to go 1, 2, so that gives me 4 pieces. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, and let's see, what can I divide up again? That doesn't look super. So these aren't super even because I didn't space them out very nicely, but we're going to pretend like those are super even pieces. Let's see. I'm going to divide this one instead. I'm going to go like this. Still not super even pieces. Some of those are skinnier and some are bigger. Pretend like they're all the same size pieces. I'm just not the greatest at drawing a circle in this program. So here are my 10 pieces. And I have 7. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is just a visual of what a fraction looks like. So what this is saying also is that if I had a pizza or a pie or whatever this is, 3 pieces are missing. So if I wanted to make the whole pie or pizza, I need those 3 pieces. Now, are you going to ask for those 3 pieces back? Probably not, but that's all this means. So in this one over here, it means I have one whole one, and then I have a piece of another one over here. So, and the 5 tells me, again, how many pieces is in a whole one. How many can I have in a whole pizza or pie? So if I can have 5, let's see if I can nicely divide this up for us. No, let's see. I need to go like this, and then like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't do a very good job there. I only did 4, so I'm going to divide this one up again. All right, close enough. All right, and then I have this one again. So I'm going to go like this and then like this. Okay, so I have 5 pieces and 5 pieces. Again, that is not a very pretty circle by any means. And they are not even pieces. In order for this to be a true representation, they'd need to be even pieces. This program, for whatever reason, doesn't give me the ability to draw a nice little circle. So I just have to draw it myself, and I'm apparently not very good at drawing them. But what I want to show you, so we have a whole number 1, which means that we have all 5 pieces for this first one. Because we have the whole pizza or the whole pie, whatever it is you're thinking of. For the second one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So someone has gotten into the pizza or the pie and they've eaten a piece. Okay? That's all fractions mean, is that it's a piece. Instead of having whole numbers, so I don't have 2 whole pizzas, I have 1 pizza and then someone started eating the other one. All right? So fractions don't need to be as scary. I just wanted to give that little tutorial so we understand exactly what fractions mean. So when we're graphing them on a number line, we need to divide up the whole numbers. So if you notice here, I have 0, 1, 2, and then 3 all the way on the side here. And then they have all these little other tick marks inside. And what they did was they divided them into 10 equal pieces. And the reason they chose 10 was because in our 2 fractions here, we have 10 here and we have 5. Well, 5 and 10 can work together because if I multiply by 2 here, I get 10, right? So, or I can even divide by 2 here and I can get 5. So they work together. So that's why they chose 10 pieces. 10 pieces is also really easy to work off of. So if I divide it up into 10 equal pieces and I have 7/10, then I simply just count over 7 spots. So I have 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 7/10, 6/10, 7/10. So I put my dot right above 7/10 because that's 7 marks from 0. And remember, we took 0 and 1, that's 1 whole, and I chopped it up into 10 little pieces. So I only want 7 of those pieces, and I put a dot. For 1 4/5, and let's see, do they give you? So it's on the same number line. I wanted to make sure that one too. So they are going to leave it on the same number line. So because it's not tenths on this one, what we want to do is make sure we multiply to make it a tenth. So if I make this a 10, I'd have to multiply by 2 to make that a 10. I need to do the same thing to the top so that I can graph this. So I multiply by 2 and I get 8. So I still have a whole number 1, but my fraction now just became 8 tenths. So this is showing you that they went over one whole, and then they went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the reason they went over 8 is because 4/5 is the same as 8 tenths. So we just have to make the match for the number of tick marks they're giving us. And we'll see on the next page, but I'm going to assume that it's going to be 10 tick marks each time. So let's go ahead and start this one. All right, so this one is 2 5/8 and 1 1/4. So because this is an eighth, I'm hoping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you count the last one for the 8. Because remember, this is a space here. So that is the 8th piece in between here. So they did divide it up for us into 8ths. So this first one, and I need to click my little dot here. This first one, we know we have a 2 whole. So we're going to go over 1, 2. So that's our 2 whole. And then it says 5/8. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to put a dot there. That is 2 5/8. So the next one says 1 1/4. I know I'm going to go to 1 because there's a whole number 1, but then I need to change this into 8ths because that's how my number line is marked. So I'm going to multiply by 2 because that will get me to 8 on the bottom. So then I have to do the exact same thing on the top. I'm going to multiply by 2. So I have 2/8. So I have 1 and 1 2/8. And then I click check and we're good to go. All right, next. So I have 1 1/2, and I also have 2 1/6. So in this case, if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, they divide it up into 6 because 6 is the bigger number. They're probably going to do this each time. They're going to divide it up into whichever number is bigger. So 10 was bigger than 5, so they divided it into 10. 8 was bigger than 4, so they divided it into 8. Now 6 is bigger than 2, so we divided it into 6. All right, so let's go ahead and graph 2 1/6 because that one's easy. We already know that they're divided into 6. So we have 2. I went 1 and then 2. Remember, my whole number is 2. And then I have 1/6. So I only want to go over one tick mark because that is 1/6. So I mark it. This one, I have 1 1/2. So I know I'm going to go over 1, but I need to go over 1/2. Remember, we need to turn this into a 6. Keep wanting to do that arrow. So in order to turn that into a 6, I need to multiply by 3, and that will get me 6. I have to do that same thing to the top. 1 times 3 is 3. So I want to go over 3 tick marks. So I have 1, 2, 3. There we go. Check. All right, one more. All right, I'm running out of room a little bit here, but I have 9 tenths and I have 1 4/5. So again, they're going to divide it up into tenths because that's the bigger number of 10 and 5. So let's go ahead and do that first one. I'm going to click my dot and I'm going to go over 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if I went one more, that'd be a full 10. That'd be a whole number. I don't want to go all the way. I want to stop right there and click my dot. All right, my next one says 1 5/4. So remember, we want to turn this into a 10. And to do that, I have to multiply by 2. So I want to do the same thing to the top. So I'm going to go over 8 tenths. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. And this is 1 4/5, which is the same thing as 1 10/8. All right. Whoops. I want to make sure it didn't click again. All right. Check. And we're all done. Yay.